Hello, this is my fourth video working with my bonsai trees here at Bonsai Druid, and I just wanted to show you a little guy. All of its leaves just fell off, so I'm repotting it. It was taken off of this. There's a cutting from this. This is a green isle ficus or banyan. I actually took a bunch of cuttings from this tree, which I have had forever. Yeah. It was a skinny little thing when I first got it. It was like probably the thickness of this little branch right here. Hardly anything. And now it's this thick. And it had a nice big huge canopy, and again, I don't have the greatest branching, so I cut it all back to try to get more taper, especially in this branch here. Not sure what I want to do with this, so I'm welcome to any comments that anyone has about the trees today, or any of my, more than welcome to leave any comments or advice or suggestions. I'd be glad to get them. So this little guy is looking a little pathetic, and I'm going to take him out of his pot, see what kind of roots he has, and then decide either he'll go back into this or he'll go into this. Just to give you a little bit of a closer look. So it's like a kind of a low, sprawling trunk at the moment. Just going to do it on the table. See, that's what's loose. This is pretty damp. I have a feeling this pot wasn't draining really great. It's like a rice container that I put a bunch of holes in. It's a good size, and it's nice because I wanted this to be kind of sprawling low to the ground, and this gave it room to do that. I just pushed some holes through the bottom. So it's kind of already a nice little, oops, you never know where the camera is, a nice little pancake of a tree right here. You can see that very well. I'm not sure if I can bring this in closer. Pretty moist in here. I wouldn't exactly call it waterlogged or anything. It's a pretty good amount of roots I'm feeling. And they definitely made a circle with this nice round pot. I actually really like pots in just round pots. Kind of because I hate picking a front, even though I know sometimes it's really necessary, but I would prefer the tree to look pretty good in the round. I don't mind if it's not perfect on all sides, but everybody's got a good side, and then maybe not so good side. Pretty good amount of roots there. I'm kind of hoping to keep this a small tree for as long as I can. I might finally have one that's actually, what is it, mame size? The height of it. I know between the mame and the shoin it's supposed to be a certain size, but I never know if they mean the size from the base of the trunk or the whole size with the pot. I would think it would not include the pot. If anyone knows for sure, please put the answer in the comments because I'm very curious about that. It doesn't look bad. I don't know why it lost all its leaves all of a sudden. If I have a tool small enough. I was also using this little rock when I first planted it to position it right here. Kind of fit perfectly. There. Kind of fit perfectly right under. So that this was already in this shape, but it supported it while it grew roots. So it would stay that way. And it really did. That rock really hugged it. I like keeping little oddball rocks like this because they're nice to place right up against something for a prop. Kind of a long trailing thing. I'm going to trim it here for now. These gave me a really nice radial pattern that's still really shallow. Look at that. That's still really shallow. That little pot worked nice for that. Maybe this will help. Really shallow. And really nicely radial, pretty much. A little more on that side than that side. Looks pretty good. Pretty pleased with the way that it's growing. I may actually, I think this pot still might be a bit too big for it. I think I might go back in this. I'd make an attempt to try to rake this out, but this stick is really too big for this. There's really nothing that's really crossed or circling in any major way. Yeah, these all look actually really good. I'm going to take those two off. I don't want to end up with some kind of a weird taper right from the beginning because I wasn't paying attention. These little roots are really high. This trunk isn't very big as it is, so I don't want roots up that high at this point. a nice little base of the trunk there. I think. Nice and wide for its size. It's hard to see these little tiny roots. There's one right here. Clean up right here. Actually, have to come in this way. Yeah, I really like it. Let's get this one to grow a little bit straighter. That one. There's one. This green Isle banyan is actually probably one of my favorite bonsai trees that I've ever had. It's very tolerant. It'll grow back. It's makes nice shapes. The leaf size is good. I brought the leaf size down considerably in the past, where I've gotten it real nice and small. I like playing around with aerial roots and let aerial roots grow, and I actually have one of the aerial roots on one of these that grew. I think it was the South African fig, but I would try it with this one next time that I do grow the aerial roots. Grew the aerial roots. It went down in the ground. They got a nice little good start of a root, and then I cut it loose from the plant up here, and then cut it down a little shorter, and it eventually grew leaves and made another little baby tree. But yeah, it's fun to grow aerial roots. So this little tree is going to go in here. I'll take a little bit more off this edge here. Just to keep it compact. I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm going to cut it back. Oh, that's a nice cut. Yep, that's nice. Set you here. This thing seems to have a little drainage issue, so I was going to use the 60-40 soil. I think I'm going to put a little of this in here for good drainage, so this thing does not get waterlogged and die. We'll take a look. Well, initially I was going to go with the 60-40 mix, which looks more like this one that has organic material. But I already really like this root base, and I'm thinking I might not want... I think I want more drainage So I think I am going to use this potting mix, or this bonsai mix, I should say. It's turfus, pumice, and lava rock. I think that size is good. Set them on there. It's weird. I just noticed that the mama tree also has this big Y shape from the main tree. And this branch used to extend longer. And its little baby tree is basically doing the same thing. Short and stubby and longer. Like basically kind of a Y fork from a rather short trunk. Must be a thing. I'm going with it anyway, because I like the little trunk. I may change the branches in the future, but right now it's only just started. It was only cut from that tree end of summer. I think it was like end of summer. And this is the soil that I bought from Scenic Hill Farms Nursery in Oregon. And it is pre-sifted, and they did a great job pre-sifting. For anybody that has to work in a really enclosed space and doesn't like to do all the sifting, their stuff is legit when it says it's pre-sifted. It really is. No clouds of dust. It's going to be a little mini-me of this one for a little while anyway. Little fig doesn't fall far from the tree. Turning out pretty good. Oops. Ah. There was a time years back I couldn't even get a cutting to take. I tried for years on an elm tree on a road out where I used to live. Really awesome looking, great road tree. It was an American elm. And I tried for years. I tried seeds. I tried cuttings. Standing on a truck trying to get up high enough to even reach that tree. And I could never get one going. I still have no luck with seeds. But I have had luck with some cuttings. Especially Ficus. I want to try pomegranate. I hear pomegranate does well and is easy, but it's never worked for me so far. And I've done a few of my Arabian jasmine. So this worked out pretty well. So this is again a Green Isle fig. Looking pretty cute. I wish I could somehow get a better picture of it. Yeah, it's looking pretty cute. I can't make the camera go to one. Oh, it's not that way, it's this one. There, look at that slope. I think it'll turn out to be a pretty cool looking tree. And it's probably got more nice branches than any of my bigger trees that I've had. So, I like them small, I guess. Thanks very much for coming to watch my video. This one went a lot better than my previous videos, and I'm learning new things all the time. See you next time. Thank you.